South of the Indian Himalayan mountain range, about 8,000 sloth bears roam wild. When they root around for snacks of ants and termites, their slurping can be heard hundreds of meters away. Cubs learn the ways of the wild from their mother. They live and play together for up to 3 years, forming deep bonds. But for many families, this bond is broken. The mother goes out to forage after dark. Poachers know this, and they move in. Sensing her cubs are in danger, she rushes back to protect them. But she is killed. Sultana is ripped from the world she knows, unceremoniously dumped in a gunny sack, and sold into servitude to a Qalandar, a member of a community that has been handling bears for centuries. Sultana's transformation into a street performer begins when she is only months old. Her sensitive muzzle is pierced with a red-hot nail. While the wound is still raw, a rope is passed through it. Later, her canines are wrenched out. Without the benefit of anesthesia, they will never grow back. But perhaps the worst cruelty of all, her freedom will now extend 4 feet for the rest of her life. All this just for our entertainment. She is barely as old as the child beside her, but she has already been torn from her family. Under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, she is entitled to the same level of protection as the tiger. Luckily, somebody hears Sultana's screams. Wildlife SOS, a conservation agency, is informed of Sultana's presence in a village in Andhra Pradesh. They know that a young cub has been bought in a Qalandar settlement. The principal chief conservator of forests for the state is alerted and deputes his men to seize the cub. After a quick recce, final touches are put on the plan. A decoy is sent in to gather evidence of the illegal presence and exploitation of the cub. The Qalandars are caught red-handed. They are taken away to face the consequences. And Sultana is taken to a bear rescue center. Her nose ring is removed, and she now has a surrogate family. Slowly, she returns to being a bear, not just a performer. These cubs have been rescued in time. They can grow up without knowing the torture Sultana had to endure. Over 400 bears from across India are rehabilitated at these centers. Their last dance is behind them. They'll spend their lives here, free to do as they please. But some take longer to recover. The music still rings in their ears. It's easy to see the Qalandars only as villains, but it's also a community that has missed its tryst with modernity. For generations, they have relied on bears to keep their home fires burning.
They were so needy, there was so much of poverty, a lack of complete sanitation, education and health care, that if we were going to really help the bears, we had to help these bear owners too. We had to take care of the Qalandar.
Hussain Sahab bought Reshma as a cub for about 3,000 Indian rupees, or $70 US. For him, it was a big investment, an investment that had to yield a return. But times have changed. With enforcement agencies becoming more vigilant in cities, their performances have now become restricted to smaller towns. So Hussain Sahab's earnings have fallen to as little as 30 rupees a day. He wants better for his children. After being a team for 6 years, they walk their last lap together. Hussain Sahib has decided to surrender Reshma and stop running from the law. He signs an agreement with the Forest Department, stating he will never again use a wild animal. 2 new lives begin. Reshma will join Sultana at the rescue center. Hussain Sahib receives a check of 50,000 rupees, with which he plans to buy a second-hand auto rickshaw. This is part of a rehabilitation package from the Wildlife Agency that ensures his children will be sent to school, and his wife and daughter will join a program that helps Qalandar women onto their economic feet. By rehabilitating both the Qalandar community and their animals, the wildlife crime is being tackled holistically. As a result, the number of bears walking our dusty highways has fallen from about 1,200 in 1997 to 600 10 years later.
What I love about this project is that we've been going since November 2002, and in a very short time we've managed to get over 250 bears off of the streets. But obviously once the dancing bear trade goes, there will still be a trade, unfortunately, in bear spare parts, as I call them.
An illicit wildlife market smuggles bear parts out of India. Most of it goes for traditional Chinese medicine that extols the virtues of bear gallbladder. A bear must be seen as more than the sum of its parts, and more than just a meal ticket. The sloth bear is a link in a chain that helps rejuvenate India's forests. When this link gets fractured, so do nature's systems. Each time we watch a bear dance, we create a demand for poaching. each time we say no, we give a cub a chance at life. The sloth bear is out on a limb. We can help tip the balance in its favor.